everyone, welcome to STEAM Saturday. I'm Miss Anna and today we're going to do some science and art. So if you think this is a really fun experiment that you see today and you want to try some more on your own, we have books for that, like 101 Great Science Experiments. But today we're going to make a butterfly with coffee filters for wings. So let's get started with that. So you can see I have my coffee filter here. It's looking really plain for some butterfly wings. So we're going to use some science to make that look a little bit cooler for our butterfly. So you're just going to want some washable markers for this and some water. In your coffee filter you'll need two, and something to put them on. I just used a stack of paper towels because this can get a little bit messy. Then at the very end you'll use a pipe cleaner to put it all together. So let's get started. We're going to start by flattening out our coffee filter. It doesn't have to be perfectly flat, but we don't want it sitting up in a cup shape like it usually is. So you're just going to want to smush that down. And once it's nice and flat, we are going to get started decorating it with our markers. So you have to make sure that you're using some kind of washable marker because otherwise this science won't work. So what we're going to do is start coloring in our coffee filter however you want. You can do sort of lines and scribbles like that along the edge. And the more marker you put on, the more colorful your butterfly is going to be. So keep that in mind. If you want a really colorful butterfly, you're going to want to use a lot of marker. Just make sure that you leave a little bit of space between the colors, because otherwise when we use the water, you'll see what happens. It's going to all blend together. And it might look a little wacky if we put too much color next to each other. They might blend in too much and make a bit of a mess. So we can put some dots. You can put lines, just scribbles. Whatever you want to do to make your butterfly look cool. So I'm going to put some dots and use a few different colors. We're just going to scribble some orange in. You can do whatever design you want on your coffee filter because this is your butterfly that you get to decorate yourself. So this is what mine looks like right now before I spray any water on. You can even add a little bit more color if you want to, just to make sure it looks nice and bright. So I'll just add a little more yellow, I think, to mine. Okay, so here is where the science comes in. So this is why you want to use a washable marker like the ones I use. We're going to add some water to this coffee filter now. And what happens because we used the washable marker is when you squirt some water on it, it will dissolve a little bit. So the colors are going to start moving around the coffee filter as they dissolve. So that's why we use the washable. It has to be able to wash off a little bit. Otherwise the colors won't move around. So this is something called solubility. And when something is soluble, that means it will start dissolving if it's touched by a certain liquid. And in this case, the washable marker will be impacted by the water. It will be soluble and start to blend. So let's start squirting just a little bit of water on. You don't even really need a whole lot. You can see a little bit right now. The colors are starting to blend together. We're going to put a little more on, I think. So this is why you want something underneath your coffee filter when you're doing this, otherwise you'll get water all over the place, so just be very careful. So you can see mine is dripping around, and the more you leave it, the more the colors are going to blend. Just don't add too much water or it will all rinse off. So after that, you're going to want to let yours dry. I'm just going to put mine to the side. And after it's dry, you can start making your butterfly. So I already have some that I let dry so you guys don't have to wait for mine to dry because that can take a while. So what you're going to do with each coffee filter, you're going to want to make two, is put them in an accordion shape like this, and I'll show you how to do that with my other one. So we're going to fold it a little tiny bit on one side, like that. Now we're going to flip it over, fold it in the opposite direction so that it does that, and we're just going to keep doing that so that it's like a little accordion or a fan. And you can see this one I already had colored in and let the colors blend together. So once that's all done, you're going to have two accordioned coffee filters. We're going to put them one on top of the other, like that. And now you finally get to use that pipe cleaner from a while back. We're going to bend the pipe cleaner like so. So that it's holding those two together, we want to twist it a little bit. Now you can fan out your coffee filters on either side of the pipe cleaner. And you might want to bend the pipe cleaner a little bit where it sticks up to make those cute little swirly antennae for your butterfly. So you can see, like I said, the more color you add, the more colorful the wings will be. Mine, I didn't do too much color, so it's not as bright as it might be if you use a little bit more marker, and you might have to fiddle with the wings a little to make them look nice. But that is how you get your butterfly. And meanwhile, you can see the more you leave the other coffee filter, the more it blends and bleeds together because that water is interacting with the markers and making it move around. So you're going to want to leave this one for a while, that wet one, until it dries, and it's going to keep changing, so you can come back every few minutes if you want to watch yours and see what's happening. And then you can make your butterfly just like this one. So that is everything for this Steam Saturday, guys. Bye!